At 18 with about 70k in savings, how do I use that wisely? Hello, I am 18M and have about $70,000 in savings from several commercials I had done as a child. I am just wondering what the best way to use that money would be. The last thing I want is for it to rot in that savings account, but I would also rather not put it in some retirement account and not see it until I'm 65. Ideally, I would want to invest this money to make much more, but I have no idea where to start or what to do. I have family members that can and will help me with this, but I'm just looking for some preliminary advice ideas. Edit. I also wanted to say I have a full scholarship to college, so I will not be investing this into my education. Whatever you do, don't buy a new Tacoma. Just wanted to commend you for this post. If I had 70k at 18, I'd be dead lol. Everyone is saying park it and don't touch it because it's the right advice. You do not have the skills, experience, knowledge to morph this into 500k at 18 years old. What this does do is front-load your retirement and gives you the freedom to take risks and not have to worry about funding a 401k if you would divert that money to a business. Plenty of entrepreneurs would kill for that kind of safety net. Take comfort in starting from zero on your business journey. Park it into index funds and don't touch it for 50 years and have millions when you retire. You could probably look into index funds. They carry less risk than individual stocks. Index funds are basically a collection of stocks that aim to mimic the performance of an existing stock market index, like the S&P 500 index. 4-5 ISAs right now would be paying you $233 month minimum to hold it there. If you want to get into the stock market, pick a fund that has performed well historically and drip what you can afford into it every month from your income. Don't tell your friends or co-workers and relatives you have that much money in savings. They'll use you and eat you alive for every damn penny. Open an ISA and a Roth IRA, max 6,500. The Roth IRA, invest in S&P 500 ETF, put rest in ISA. I think this is the safest route until you figure out what you are doing in the next 10 years. Buy an index fund and then forget about it. I would venture to say the best investment you can make at 18 is an education. At 18 years old, if that was put into an index fund, assuming a rate of return at 8, could be close to 3.5 million at age 67. If it was me, I'd probably do 65 in something safe like VU or another index fund, 10 in something risky like ETH or BTC. The rest in a high-yield savings as my emergency fund. Edit. See financial advisor? Yes, no. They don't know. We don't know. I had one advisor get me an average of 14 over a few and another who only showed me loss. Was it them? Was it the market? Do your research, but my 2 cents is index funds. The market is always going up over the long term. Unless you've got plans to keep doing commercials, that 70k would go a long way into college or trade school or whatever you plan to do as far as long-term employment. Now that is an example of a responsible teenager saving up for his car. Use it to pay for college at a in-state school, get a degree in a high-return field. Or dump it into an index fund and forget about it for 40 years. 1. Open Vanguard account. 2. VTI and chill. Max out a Roth IRA each year invested in index funds. Put the rest into total market index funds and forget about it. 2 words. Compound interest. You have so much time to have that money make you money. Invest. Buy a turnkey duplex, triplex, quadplex if you can. Live in one of the units and rent the rest out. After 1 year or when you feel comfortable, move out and rent them all out. Open your Fidelity account, cash management account as well as a brokerage account and put your money in there. The brokerage account is getting 4.78 interest just sitting there before investing, and you can leave it there, but I would invest in ETF dividend funds and ETF SP 500 funds. But first pay off all debt. Park it in an index fund like a Roth IRA, which you can withdraw from early and retire at 40-50 with minimal contributions. Put some in an IRA. Depending on your income this year, maybe a Roth. Do some research on this. Go to. Maybe talk to a financial advisor and invest some. Open a 401k, max the contribution for this year $22,500. Open a Roth IRA, max the contribution for this year $6,500. Put the rest, 40k, in a down payment on a home. Then give me 1k for the hell of it. No, but seriously, do these things, and max both contributions every year, you'll be a multimillionaire by 50 easily. First, don't listen to Reddit finance brothers, they'll say anything. First chance you get, find an independent CFP. Let someone who watches the market daily invest for you. Don't go to big companies because they are garbage. Facts are $70,000 isn't a lot of money. Most people, if given a chance, would blow through that amount in less than a year. You're 18. If you invested it for retirement, you'd be a millionaire. Just put it in a high-yield savings account for several years until you are ready to use it as a down payment for a house. It will be really nice to have when you are 25-30 and want to buy a house. Are you currently working? A retirement account or more of a tax savings than exclusively meant for retirement. Where is the money now? A high-yield savings account? Get an accountant financial advisor. Better ask some financial advisors, but always be careful. By asking the question, you're showing your smarts. Good for you, as others have said, you can stick it in an index fund. You'll be set up really well in the future and will thank yourself. I'd say don't listen to anyone here. You already are doing good. Don't take advice the anyone here. Go for shares and ETFs since you're young. It'll give you ample time to see the money grow. Enjoy life. You will earn more money. Park it in separate, different index funds or ETFs or REITs so that it'll grow more until you figure out what you wanna do with it. SPY, DEAR, VNQ. BREF are a few good starting points that I would use if I had that much to do something with. Either that, or you can use some of it to max out your Roth every year too. I would recommend you go to a financial advisor or even your bank and get a large portion of your money invested. Index funds, and forget you have them. My advice would be 40k in VU, 20k in VTI, and then use the last 10k to pick stocks that you like and learn how to invest. If you like it, make financial planning investing a hobby of yours. The 60k in VU VTI will be a lot of money in 50 years. But if you find this engaging and stick away a good portion of your income over the next 50 years, I predict it could be a buttload of menu. If the 10k of picking stocks and learning to invest yourself isn't engaging, go back to 60-70 VU and 30-40 VTI with the extra dollars you got and you'll be set. Open a brokerage account and spend every penny of it on SP index fund and forget about it until you retire. Enjoy your millions. Either put it in mutual funds with an array of risk profile, or find some real estate and invest in that. Drive around your area and look for plots of land near big open areas that the city is looking to turn into retail space. Buy the land next to it and sit on it for a while. When the retail space opens, look for buyers who want to open convenience stores or gas stations. Sell. Make huge profit. Use said profit to do the same thing. In 20 years, you'll never have to work again. By continuing to save and build interest on your $70,000. If you don't have to spend it, don't. Example, after investing for 10 years at 5 interest, your initial investment of $70,000 will have grown to $114,023. Let's say you buy a car and have $50,000 left over. In that same 10 years, you're losing out on $15,000 in gains. That's just annually. At 5, you can find investment vehicles that return that plus more monthly. CDs, stocks, ETFs are easy to learn about on a long-term position basis.